Hi, shalom. My name is Elad Serfati, and today I'll present to you Allcom technology. Allcom is the most innovative wearable device today in the market. The whole story started 6 years ago. 6 years ago, the same founders of Mobileye, Professor Shashua and Ziva Viram, had founded another company. The concept, the idea was to take computer vision, deep learning, all of those big high-tech words, and to apply it in a way to change people's life around the world. And then when we thought about who can use artificial vision, the immediate answer was people who cannot see, visually impaired people. And that's how Allcom was founded. So if you think about it, visually impaired people, and that's what we thought at the beginning, they need to navigate. That was our first assumption, that we need to create some kind of algorithm to help them go into space, to go in to navigate, to avoid obstacles in the room, in the streets, and on and on. But then afterwards, when we had some brainstorming and some discussion with visually impaired people, we understood that we are on the wrong course. And the thing that are lacking the most is information, education. And if you think about it, on our daily use, what each one of us is using to observe information is amazing. It's the morning newspaper, the Jerusalem Post, a book, a text message, the product on the shelf, right? Even the color of the shirt, it's information. The money that we hold, okay? The street sign, the bus number, the name of a store, all of those are pieces of information we don't pay attention. But for visually impaired people, it's a whole thing. And they need to depend on someone to give them that type of information. So that's what we have done for the last 6 years. We have created a software that helps people to read, to detect faces, product, money, street sign, all of those in the same device. Okay. Can you have the next slide, please? Okay. I would like to show you a short video of Kathy. Kathy is an Allcom user for the last year. And the thing that you will hear over here is something that we gave her. We gave her independent. Okay, let's see.
My name is Kathy. Currently, I am almost blind. My left eye, I had a birth defect, and the only thing they could really do to help me was positioning the eye. And then I developed central vein occlusion in my one good eye. Within the first 2 years, I had lost the ability to read a newspaper, a book, a greeting card, just about anything. I was first contacted and asked if I was interested in a test marketing study that they were doing for a new piece of equipment to help people who had even just a slight amount of vision be able to read. I was so comfortable with it right off the bat. I mean, anybody you take a photograph of or Pam is going to recognize them.
Joe?
It has brought me so much independence. I'm so thrilled to not have to ask my husband to do so many tasks that I was unable to do before. We went to a store last week, to a card store, and for the first time in 13 years, I stood there and read a card. We went grocery shopping following that, and I was able to read the signs at the end of the aisle and know what aisle to go into to find a particular product. But these are the kinds of changes that it's made in my life, finding out that it can read signs, street signs. There are so many people that are unable to read. Their vision is so low. Their possibilities are so limited. And with Allcom in their life, all of that disappears. And when you thought it was hopeless, it's not. That's thanks to Allcom.
Thank you. So we had a good software, and now we needed a good piece of hardware. And you wanted to have a hardware, a wearable device that can be a friend that will whisper in your ear. For wearable device, there are 3 elements that need to be done. The first thing is to be in every pocket, to fit any pocket. The second element is a long battery life. But the third element, which is the toughest one, is easy to use. You got a very innovative piece of equipment, but you need to make it easy to use because visually impaired people can be any age, from kids to seniors. That was very difficult. And we had a lot of brainstorming. We had a lot of brainstorming inside the company, trying to understand how to make it easy to use. And the Minister Bennett, which is not here right now, Minister Bennett always brag about the Israeli high-tech scene, about thinking out of the box, et cetera, et cetera. And the same case happened over here. It was a funny story. It was after the weekend. One of the engineers came to the office and said, I found a solution. Found a solution how to make it work in an easy way. And the thing is that during the weekend, he was looking on his baby. And the baby, when he was trying to get something, he was pointing. He was pointing to the food, to the water, to the father, to the mother. With a simple hand gesture, he pointed what he wanted to get. That's what we have done. We thought that the natural gesture, by pointing, will enable us to get information, because everybody can point, right? So we'll point to the text, and the device will read for us. We'll point to the product, and it will tell us what kind of product it is. And also the money, the street sign, and all of those. People, we don't point at people. People will detect automatically. But if I would like to know the time, I just need to lift my wrist, and the device will tell me the time automatically. And that's the idea. The idea was to get everything in the one device, which will be very intuitive and very powerful. I would like, can I have the next slide? I would like to call to the stage a special user of us by the name of Pedro Liz. Pedro has a genetic disorder. He lost his sight during the years, and today he's working as a DJ in a local radio station. Hi, Pedro.
Hi, Elad. How are you?
Good. So, Pedro, tell me about yourself.
My name is Pedro Liz. I have an eye condition called retinitis pigmentosa, and I'm losing my sight little by little. And thank you for having me here.
For how long do you use the product, Pedro?
For about a year.
And what that did for you?
It's a life-changing device. It changed my life in so many ways. Now I can in the privacy in my own house, I can read my mail. I used to just wait until somebody had the time to read the mail for me. Or I can grab a book or a newspaper, whatever, a text, I can read.
And the face recognition, do you use the face recognition?
Yeah, the face recognition also helped me a lot because sometimes I have a large family, and sometimes we gather together and I talking with somebody either next to me or across the room, and somebody else called me, I turn my head, and that person that I was talking, without telling me, walked to another room, and when I want to resume the conversation, that I'm talking with a chair. So now, what I do is, I scan the room, and when I find the person, I start talking.
Thank you. Can you demonstrate the OCR capability of Orcam?
Sure. I have a book over here. I just can open it and point to it.
All text is too small. Try to hold it closer.
Smarter than me.
Text seems blurry. Please hold it steady.
I might be shaking.
Insight applying God's wisdom to react to difficult situations. Perseverance.
And I can take it away, it's still real, already scanned it. But this feature is very good, and I like that because in other OCR devices, you gotta wait until the text is done. But with this device, I can point
Deuteronomy
If I don't
28:13
want to read that,
14.
I can
The
slide
Lord
my
will
finger
make you
down,
the head and not the tail. If you listen
and
to the
the
laws of the
organ will
Lord your
jump
God, which
to
I
where
tell
I'm
you
pointing
today, and be careful to pay
until
them,
I
you
find
will only
the
be
text
beloved
that I'm
of
really
you.
interested in.
Thank you very much, Pedro.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for letting us introduce Orkan system. We'll be outside if you would like to test the device.